Beloved friends, we gather here today to reflect on a truth that has endured through the ages, the quest for happiness. It is a desire common to all beings, from the smallest ant to the vast, infinite cosmos of human thought. Every being seeks peace and fulfillment. Yet how often do we hear, "I'll be happy when this happens," or "I can't be happy because of that situation"? We tie our happiness to fleeting circumstances, to things outside our control, and in doing so, we miss the profound truth that happiness is not something to be found out there. It is to be cultivated in here, within our own hearts and minds. Let us explore this ancient wisdom from Buddhism, a path that shows us how to be truly happy in every situation. The Buddha taught, our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. Happiness is not dependent on external conditions. It is born from within. Even in the most challenging circumstances, it is possible to find peace and joy. But how? Let us walk this path together, step by step. Acceptance. The gateway to peace life is unpredictable. It is filled with moments of joy and sorrow, gain and loss, praise and blame, success and failure. These dualities are the waves of existence, rising and falling like the tides. The first step toward happiness in every situation is to accept this truth. When we resist reality, when we wish for life to be different from what it is, we create suffering. Acceptance does not mean passivity or resignation. It is not saying, "This is how it is, so I must endure." Instead, it is an active, courageous acknowledgement of the present moment. It is saying, "This is what is happening now, and I will meet it with an open heart." Reflect on this. When rain falls, we cannot stop it, but we can choose how to respond. We can curse the clouds, or we can dance in the rain. We can see it as a blessing that nourishes the earth and fills the rivers. In every situation, acceptance transforms resistance into peace. Letting go, the art of freedom. Much of our unhappiness arises from clinging to people, possessions, ideas, and outcomes. We hold tightly to what we want and push away what we dislike. This grasping creates tension and pain. The Buddha taught the practice of letting go, which is not about giving up, but about releasing our attachment to things we cannot control. When we let go, we free ourselves from the chains of expectation and disappointment. Think about the wind. It flows effortlessly because it clings to nothing. If we can be like the wind, moving through life with openness and grace, we will find happiness in any situation. Letting go does not mean we stop caring. It means we care deeply, but without the need to possess or control. Gratitude, finding joy in the present. Even in difficulty, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to suffering. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our hearts fill with contentment. Pause for a moment and consider your breath. It flows in and out without effort. It sustains you, gives you life. How often do we stop to appreciate something so simple, so essential? When we cultivate gratitude for the small blessings, we realize how rich we truly are. Gratitude transforms our perspective. A person with little but a grateful heart is richer than one who has everything but always wants more. Compassion, the bridge to happiness. True happiness is not found in isolation but in connection. When we turn our attention outward and cultivate compassion for others, our own suffering diminishes. Compassion is the understanding that all beings like ourselves seek happiness and wish to avoid pain. When we see someone in difficulty, instead of judging or turning away, we can offer kindness. Even a simple smile or a kind word can ease another's burden. In giving, we receive. The joy of compassion is a happiness that grows as we share it. Remember, every person you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see. Your compassion can be the light that guides them, and in lighting their path, you will find your own way illuminated. Mindfulness, the key to the present moment. Happiness is found only in the present moment. When we dwell on the past or worry about the future, we lose touch with the now. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present, of experiencing life as it is unfolding. The Buddha likened the mind to a monkey, constantly jumping from one thought to another. Through mindfulness, we tame this restless mind. We become aware of our thoughts and feelings without being swept away by them. Mindfulness teaches us that every moment is precious. Even in the midst of difficulty, there is beauty to be found. The sound of a bird, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the rhythm of your breath. These simple experiences can bring profound joy when we are fully present. Wisdom. Seeing clearly. True happiness arises from wisdom, from understanding the nature of reality. The Buddha taught that life is impermanent, that everything is in constant flux. When we cling to what is temporary, we set ourselves up for suffering. But when we embrace impermanence, we find freedom. Think of a flower. It blooms brightly but eventually withers. Its beauty is in its fleeting nature. In the same way, every moment of life is precious because it is impermanent. Wisdom helps us cherish what we have while we have it and let it go when the time comes. Inner contentment, the ultimate source of joy. Happiness is not found in wealth, status, or possessions. These things may bring temporary pleasure, but true joy comes from within. It arises from a mind that is calm, a heart that is open, and a spirit that is free. The Buddha taught that we can cultivate inner contentment through meditation and self-reflection. By turning inward and connecting with our true selves, we discover a wellspring of peace that no external circumstance can take away. A final reflection. Beloved friends, happiness is not something to chase or achieve. It is a state of being, a choice we make in every moment. It is found in acceptance, letting go, gratitude, compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom. Life will always bring challenges, but within every challenge lies an opportunity for growth, for learning, for awakening. When we approach life with this understanding, we realize that every situation, no matter how difficult, holds the seeds of happiness. As we walk this path together, let us remember the words of the Buddha. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. May we find peace in our hearts, joy in our steps, and love in our actions. And may we carry this happiness with us, sharing it with all beings in every situation.